In this video, I'm going to go over how sleep is killing your gains. But first, let's jump into my computer and go over what I did this week and items I'll be looking to do in the future. So let's take a look. Alright, so let's jump in and take a look at my Fitbit dashboard on things that I think can help you improve your training, as well as why sleep is killing your gains. So to start off, let's go over my current body stats for body weight and body fat percentage. So let's jump into here, take a look at this. We're going to set up the dates. So the last time I did my weigh-in was from the 19th to the 26th was the last time I took my weight, because I do it every Sunday. So let's see how that goes. So on July 19th, I was 190.9 pounds, and over that week, I dropped to 189.1 pounds, which is a 1.8 pound decrease. So I'm going in the right direction there, as I'm aiming to try and get back down to 180 pounds. You can see here that I went from a 14.9% body fat down to a 14.7% body fat. So again, body fat is heading in the right direction. I do use the Renpho Bluetooth digital scale in order to take my weight and get this updated each week. So again, going in the right direction with my training. Now, if you go back to the dashboard, let's go on to the next tab, which is we're going to take a look at one of the items that I covered in my title for this video, where I say sleep is killing your gains. What I mean by that is really the lack of sleep is killing my gains. So if you look at this, you can see that in my work week, Monday through Friday, I never beat 7 hours once. And my goal, or my sweet spot, is more around 7.5 hours of sleep is where I kind of feel my best. 8 hours is the general rule of thumb by pretty much every doctor you'll ever speak to. But for me, I found that around 7.5, if you just don't disturb me, is where I normally wake up. So that's kind of my goal for what I want to hit. However, you'll see that I've been going to bed pretty late at night and then waking up really early in the morning. Now, I do work out in the mornings before I do my work. So I work from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. With an hour lunch. So that is why I get out like an hour later than normal. But just know, look at the times here: 11 p.m., 12 a.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m. These are the times I'm going to bed. 6 a.m. wake up, 7 a.m. wake up, 6 a.m. wake up, 5 a.m. So again, those are the times I'm waking up each day. So I'm not getting enough sleep each night. Sleep is so important to actually seeing results. And me seeing this, even looking at past weeks, it's just bad. Really needs to be improved. This is my bad. I need to be focusing on making this better. So it is something I'm going to be working on. Look at this, 6 hours and 14 minutes on average, even throwing in Saturdays sleep or wake up time. That's really, really, really bad. So I'm going to focus on improving this. I'm going to see next week when I do my next recap if I came close to 7.5 hours. Hopefully this goes up, because I should be seeing really good results. While you're sleeping, you're not taking in any calories, allowing your body to recover properly, and allowing from the breakdown during the day, using those calories and protein you took during the day to help again build back your body and your muscles to get ready for the next training or day that you throw at it, whatever that might be. So again, that is a big part as to why I think my gains have slowed down. I think I could speed up the process by improving those numbers. Now, the next part I'm going to cover is what I've been eating. So let's take a look at yesterday on Friday, because I did actually track everything I ate on July 31st on 2020. And the number that sticks out to me right away is this protein number, the 132.2 grams of protein. That is too low in my opinion. I should be eating. My goal is to hit no less than 150 grams of protein. And then the lowest end possible I want to hit if we do this. So I want to get at least 0.7 grams of protein per pound of body weight. My goal is to hit 1 gram per pound of body weight. But the low end, I want to go no less than 0.7. So we do 180 times 0.7. We get 126 grams of protein is what I really should be at the low end for each day. So in order to build kind of the muscle I want to. So I am beating that number, but not by much. Again, my low end goal is 150, where the goal I really want to achieve is that 180 grams per day, as that is my body weight goal as well. So I'm going to be focusing on improving that. If you take a look at what I ate on Friday, you can see I had a protein bar to start out, some a whey protein shake as well with blueberries. For breakfast, had almost 50 grams of protein. Then move on to lunch. I had a chicken sandwich and also another protein bar to come out with 47.1 grams of protein. And then for dinner, me and my wife, we get Butcher Box, so we actually had a ribeye steak. It's not Fitbit doesn't actually have Butcher Box in their listing, so I had to use MyFitnessPal, and we ended up splitting it in half to try and save on some money, just because we don't want to be eating one of their whole steaks every time. But by doing so, that dropped me down to only getting 17 grams of protein in that 3.3 ounce serving from cutting it in half, because I finally got a food measuring scale so I can actually weigh out my food now, which is awesome. So I actually did it out for one of the first times ever, and that's what it came out to, is 17 grams of protein, but only 27 total for dinner. That's so small compared to my other meals. So I'm gonna need to up that number again to try and get to 150 grams per day at minimum, and then 180 is the goal. So those are the pieces I think I can improve upon the most. And again, this is why tracking can be very important, because I thought I was doing pretty well until I actually went back and started tracking these things and saw I'm not hitting my targets, especially for sleep and definitely not for protein. So those are things I'm going to focus on, because if I can just improve those while keeping my other parts of my lifestyle still intact, I'm going to do really well. Also, it kind of highlights that it's probably not always your training program that's the problem. It's probably most likely your what you're eating as well as your sleep. I think people underestimate sleep on how well it helps improve your body. And getting, again, only 5 to 6 hours, it's just not cutting it, in my opinion. It's something I need to improve upon, and probably a lot of other people as well, especially if you're living in America and have a lot of stress, family life, your job, all that stuff's probably getting in the way of it. So just know, if you can figure out ways to improve those items, you're probably going to see really good change. And again, this needs to be consistent over time. So that's it for my Fitbit dashboard and what I wanted to get over this week. And it's also, again, why I think sleep is killing your gains, or in my case, not enough sleep is killing my gains. So let's jump over into a quick look into what I'm working on. So this is kind of a program. I'm becoming more minimalist in my programming and switching over to more calisthenic style upper body movements. So you'll see I have like decline push-up here, pull-ups, and then like dips in here, inverted rows, chin-ups, more just overall body weight style movements. What I'll be doing is any that I find too easy or I can just beat the rep ranges I'm looking for, I'm going to up it and add a backpack with weight to those exercises. So like chin-ups I can do with more weight. Decline push-ups for sure, I could definitely add a lot of weight to that in order to make them harder. But it's just, that's what I'm doing in order to kind of minimize my home gym and still get a lot of results out of it. These are the sets I'll be doing, rest periods in them. So you can take a look. This is just very preliminary stuff I'm just testing out, and these would be my cardio carry days as well. So if it's raining, I'd be doing these. If I can go outside, these ones. So again, this is just a back end look at what I'm doing in order to build a good home program. Now, the only change I made to my current program listed on GamerBody.com is that I changed the isolation-based exercises from 1 to 3 reps to 2 to 3 reps. Sets. So this should be 2 to 3 sets now instead of 1 to 3. So that just makes it so you have a little more volume going into those exercises. It'll still keep you under an hour. If you follow the standard rest periods I have here. So just know you will still have under an hour workout program. It's just I wanted to add in that extra set for starting out. Especially if you're new, you start with like the lower numbers, then you move up to the higher values over time. So that is the only change that came with the workout program. Now, if you missed it, I did launch another review video this past week called Fitness Reality Adjustable Bench after using it for 1 year. So if you didn't get it, I hope you do go and check it out and see if it's something that can help enhance your home training. And that's really it on most of the video. The last thing I have for you guys is that a question came in to my email address. So if you have not submitted one yet, you can send one over to Derrick M, DARRIKM as in man, at GamerBody.com. You can submit your questions, and I'll reach out to you to make sure that's okay to post here. And Matt was okay with me putting this in this video. So he said, "Hey man, I loved your Fitness Reality Bench video. I was wondering how tall you are. I'm 6'3" and wondering if I should get this bench. Also, are you still enjoying the bench? Thanks a bunch, man." So he put a link to the video. And yes, Matt, I still do love this bench. It's brought me a lot of value. You can do a lot of exercises with it, and I think it's a great bench for anyone training at home. I don't have like a whole like barbell setup or anything. I'm just using dumbbells. But from my last video, you could kind of tell I was doing other things like the reverse crunches with it, and it works perfectly fine. And again, it's holding up just perfectly well after 1 year of use. It's a little more on the expensive side, so that is something you have to look out for. But overall, lasting a year, that's a lot of value for a lot of exercises you can do. I wouldn't buy it without dumbbells personally, but if you have dumbbells and you're looking for a bench, it's a great one to use. Now, being 6'3", on Amazon.com, I think the max height limit was 6'4", so you are starting to flirt with that higher end of the 6'4" being as tall as you should be for the item, but I think you'll still be fine. I'm only 5'11", so if you're anyone around 6 feet tall, you'll be perfectly fine using this. 6'3" is again getting kind of close, but I think you'll be good overall. So I hope that did answer your questions, and that's about it for the video. So let's jump back and go to the outro again, because we are all set here. Alright, and that is it for this video. So if you did like it, please like and subscribe to GamerBody for more videos just like this one. Also, make sure you head over to GamerBody.com. There you can check out my current training program, the equipment I own and use, and the resources I am learning from to build muscle, burn body fat, and gain confidence, all from the comfort of home. And that's it. So again, like and subscribe. I'll see you all in the next video. Be fit and game on.